Ryan, we have been listening to the wind whip through the studio all night here.
It's one of those days too where when it's really whipping, like your house or your building, you hear certain things.
A little extra creaking.
Yes. Is everything okay? You know,
Yes.
I had a couple of those moments today.
Dog was definitely nervous about the wind this morning, and last night the sleet was a sound she had not heard before.
The pinging.
Yes.
That's the lesson we learned, the pinging and the clinging.
Clinging.
Right?
Clinging is the freezing rain, and that's bad because that's what coats the trees and power lines. And we ended up having much more sleet than freezing rain, which was good. Look at where we are now. Seasonally, we're just about average for snowfall after running a deficit much of the winter so far. And we've got a lot of it on the ground, and it's not going anywhere because this cold pattern is going to continue, even though it eases a little bit later this week. The wind today, pretty relentless with many gusts over 40 and some gusts over 50 miles per hour at times. 23 right now in Portland, 14 in Bangor, 21 in Lewiston. The wind is still gusting now, and going forward, it will remain fairly gusty tonight. I think most gusts will be in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range, but there could be a few occasional stronger ones through about late morning tomorrow, and then the wind will start to subside a little bit tomorrow afternoon. We'll bring you to this time tomorrow evening. And sure, it's still gusty, but probably not as persistent as it was earlier today and will be at times in the first half of the day tomorrow. Few clouds up north. We're mostly clear, though, to the south. The issue with the wind is because yesterday's storm system is sitting up over the Maritimes, and there's a big area of high pressure coming down from Canada. The pressure difference between the two of them is what's driving all this wind. So hour-by-hour forecast for tonight, we'll have a mostly clear sky to the south, a little bit more cloud cover to the north. By tomorrow morning, we start in the single digits, but these numbers really don't matter a whole lot tomorrow because, again, it's a windy day. We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine. High temperatures get to between 15 and 20 in most of central and southern Maine. Colder than that up north, but the wind chill is really the story tomorrow. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, and the wind chills in the mountains will be 25, 30 below zero, and even close to the coastline, about 10 or 15 below tomorrow morning. During what should be the warmest part of the day tomorrow, wind chill still below zero in most spots. And then finally tomorrow evening, when the wind starts to settle a bit more, the wind chill will become less of a factor. And by Wednesday morning, it's cold, but there will be less wind on Wednesday. So it's overall going to be a much better day then. Highs on Wednesday, mainly in the mid-20s. But by this point, with less wind, we shouldn't have the issues with lift holds at the mountains that we had today, and likely we'll have at times during the day tomorrow. Next storm system is headed off the east coast on Thursday, and it has shifted south in its track to the point where we're probably going to miss almost all of its precipitation. There could be a random snow shower, but for the most part, I just think we get some clouds as that system goes by to the south. A bit breezy on the backside of it on Friday, but the weekend right now looks pretty nice as high pressure builds in. Not quite as cold, and it won't be as windy this weekend either. We should have a light wind both days. Seas tomorrow, 7 to 10 feet. Gale warning up on the water, so another rough day for those who do have to be on the water. Windy and cold tomorrow, highs between 15 and 20, but feeling much colder than that all day long. Less wind on Wednesday, so it'll feel a little bit better in the afternoon, even though we're only in the 20s. Sunny and less wind isn't too bad. Clouds from that storm that I think misses Thursday into Friday, and then I like the look of the weekend. Low 30s, maybe mid 30s on Sunday. A little bit of melting, or at least that ice that's on the driveway. You have some hope that you won't be adding too much snow to the snowpack either.
Just a little relief will be good from that.
Right.
Okay, Ryan,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.